Welcome back to Investing and Trading Live on this beautiful, beautiful day. We always know it's a beautiful day when the stock market is open. If it's closed, that means we're just resting for the day. So that's the good thing about the markets is during the week, it's open 24 hours a day. Some people are wondering, hey, which market's open 24 hours a day? We talked about that a little bit in the last section. We'll talk about it a little bit here in this section. But that's the great thing about the financial markets is the opportunities that it presents us for income strategies, but also wealth strategies, which we'll talk about here on this segment, is 401ks and IRAs. But if you missed tickets for that investing class, it's a free investing class to get introduced to these techniques and concepts that we talk about. You can text the word investing to the number 210-210. When you text in, you're going to receive a text back right away with a couple days on there for you to choose from. But also make sure to know that we're going to be giving you a call right after that. So text the word investing to the number 210-210. We'll find a date that works the best on your schedule. So, Al, as we talked about in that last segment, more on the income side of things, we talked about futures and Forex and these 24-hour markets that allow people to have that income strategy after hours, after daytime hours, which is where a lot of people are, that are listening probably right now. They work during the day, so they want to have that strategy at night. Well, there's a good thing for our listeners because if you're planning for retirement or you're near retirement and you need more for retirement, you have to have a strategy that's designed for that. And you can still use these different strategies through futures, Forex, especially options in those retirement accounts. Because think about this. Once you retire or you leave a job for whatever reason, and say you had a 401k, you do have the opportunity to direct that. You can roll that into a self-directed account, and then you make those choices in those accounts. And hopefully that gives you that more consistency because you're in strategies for every market condition, but also that gives you the control to do what's best for you, not your money manager. So let's talk about that, Al, right here. Let's talk about those 401k strategies, especially IRA strategies for people that are planning for retirement. So say if you're listening right now and you're in maybe your 40s or 50s or even 60s and you still haven't retired yet, but also if you have retired, what can people do a little bit differently to have more choices during those golden years?
Well, unfortunately, in a lot of the employer-sponsored plans, there are limited choices, and we see that all the time. People bring their statements in and show us what they have to choose from. They are limited, but what's really more limiting is people's misunderstanding of what they have or just not even knowing what they have in their retirement accounts, because there are better ways of controlling what you have even in those limited situations. But what most of our students look forward to and do as soon as they can is set up a self-directed IRA. If you leave a company for any reason, you can roll that 401k or 403b into a self-directed IRA as long as it's a similar retirement type plan. You can do that without a penalty or without paying any taxes. The reason that our students do that and look forward to it is because they have many more choices. Within those self-directed IRAs, you don't just have stocks or mutual funds or maybe some exchange-traded funds. You can trade the futures market, the foreign exchange market, the Forex market, the options market. You can trade stocks up and down. You can participate in all three market directions, which are up, down, and sideways.
So let me ask you this, Al. So why would somebody want to participate in those other than mutual funds? Because think about this. Everybody is told and conditioned to go buy mutual funds.
Sure.
Why are some of these alternatives potentially better?
Well, for a couple of reasons. Number one is that with a mutual fund, there will be fees. There are management teams that manage those mutual funds. Those companies that sell mutual funds, they advertise them. There's marketing costs involved. There's transition costs, legal fees, administrative fees. There's all sorts of fees that are passed through to the investor. That's you. So you have fees taken out on a regular basis while you're building your retirement accounts. And then what about when you retire and you're withdrawing money from your retirement accounts? Well, your plan sponsor, your broker, is right there taking money out also.
Oh, and happily doing that right next to you, right?
Right. So your funds are going to dwindle even faster. So the sooner you can stop paying those extra fees, the better. If you are trading in a self-directed IRA and you're trading futures, Forex, options, or stock, there could be zero commissions, zero cost of doing the trades, or if there is a cost at all, it's very minimal. It's almost non-existent. Things have changed over the years and changed in our favor. So as soon as possible, eliminate the fees, take control of your investments, your retirement investments. And to be honest with you, think about it. In your 401k, your 403b, you are already managing those assets. You're making the decisions. You're making changes when changes are made. So why not do it in a format where you're not paying fees and you have many more choices?
Yep, that's that four-letter F word that we talk about every single week, Al, is fees and retirement accounts. And that's killing people's retirement accounts. If you have two hands in the cookie jar, think about it if you're at home and you have those let's say Oreo cookies in that cookie jar, and you have yourself, maybe your spouse, maybe a child or even a grandchild in there, and you all have your hands in the cookie jar, eating those cookies. Mm-hmm. It goes much, much faster. That's your retirement account when you have it managed by somebody else. There's more people taking money from there, which is your money, which is going to have you have less choices at retirement years because you're going to have less money. If you want to learn more techniques and strategies on how to protect that or maybe even eliminate fees, we talk about that in these investing classes. That's the second part of the investing class. These investing classes are imperative to understand how these retirement accounts work because, the industry is set up, in my opinion, for the public to fail. Because if you think about this, we're told to get 401ks and have all these different mutual funds and accounts. And would you agree, if you're listening right now, or disagree? Do we have a retirement crisis? Do people struggle right now to retire? Who's struggling to retire right now? Baby boomers. Are they living off a fixed income, which is very small? Yeah. So why not do things differently? Not do what you're told. Do what you need to do for you. Learn these techniques and strategies now and apply them in these financial markets. You can text the word investing right now for 2 seats for our investing class to learn more about your 401k, your IRA. Maybe you just want to have a better conversation with your money manager. Text the word investing to the number 210-210 for 2 seats. Most people bring their spouse with. That way you can make your financial decisions together, and you also have both input on what you need moving forward in your finances. So we talk about managing that yourself, which is called self-directing. I just want you to just touch real lightly about options on why it's so important to use in those accounts and how you protect your portfolios from these downturns that we're seeing right now.
Well, that word protect or protection, that is the most important. You can't work 30 or 40 years, basically all your working years, and putting money aside to rely on in retirement and then have it lost the year before you retire, the year you retire, the year after you retire. Protecting those assets is the key thing that you have to learn. And that's the number one thing that we teach our students. Risk management and protection. How to make sure you're protected. So when the market is crashing, when we're going through a bear market or just a major correction, that your assets are protected. And I think this is, you mentioned crisis, a retirement crisis. Well, that has just gotten worse with inflation, just rearing its ugly head like it has. We're in a much worse situation right now than we have been. Right now, it looks like about 63% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. And that includes nearly half of six-figure incomes. About 49% of people earning more than 6 figures are living paycheck to paycheck. What that means is that there's less money to put into their retirement accounts. And you think about it, how do you pay your living expenses when you're working?
Your job.
Your income, right? Income from your job. Well, then how do you pay your living expenses when you're retired? Because those living expenses are still going to be there. It has to be an income from something.
Yep.
And what most advisors are doing are showing you how to withdraw money from your retirement accounts as your source of income, or maybe put you into a fixed income kind of a portfolio, which, when you think about it, those returns have been probably less than 3% for a long time. Woo. And with inflation at 8%, the math doesn't work out very well in your favor. So how do you transition from your job income to retirement income? You have to learn the income strategies. You should learn them first while you're still working, so you have additional cash, not only to just increase your lifestyle, the enjoyment of your lifestyle, but also to be prepared for retirement. So it's the same income strategies. It's using options, futures, forex. Options are a great way not only to protect your assets, but to have ongoing income sources, regardless of whether you're working or you're in retirement.
Yeah, these techniques and strategies are phenomenal. You don't have to be a victim to inflation. You don't have to live paycheck to paycheck all the time. It's just different techniques and strategies to reach those goals that you have. I mean, if you need income during retirement, you need a strategy for that. When's the best place to time to plan for that? Today. And when do you use that? Today, maybe tomorrow, maybe 10 years down the road. And that way you're not just drawing down those retirement accounts. Get these income strategies during retirement in these investing classes that we talk about. We'll introduce you to these concepts. These classes are free. We've been seeing a lot of people text in. Congratulations to those who have. If you need that retirement strategy, text the word investing to the number 210-210. That's text investing to the number 210-210 for 2 seats for an investing class at our local academies, a physical place to go to get started with those retirement accounts, 401ks and IRAs. Coming up next, we're going to inspire you to get started and learn those techniques and strategies today. This is Josh and Al, Investing and Trading Live. We'll be right back.